Hey guys, this is Miss Taryn from Green Class. I wanted to show you guys something that we looked at and did in Green Class today. We learned about nests. We're learning about birds, and so we learned about nests. They are also called nidos in Spanish. And what we learned about is how to make a little contraption that you can fill with materials that the birds like for nests, and you can hang it outside. This is an old wire whisk that we don't use anymore, or maybe we use it but don't use it very often. This is a ball of wire, and I just took a big coil of wire and kind of wound it up and scrunched it up and shaped it till I had a ball that was the right size for me. If you do this, you're going to want to leave a place to put in the materials and then just close it back up later. And you don't want your holes to be so big that your materials are falling out, because this is probably going to be hanging from something. This is something you definitely want to do with a grown-up or have a grown-up do for you, because the ends of wires are pretty sharp and they can hurt you. You might even want to use gloves when you're doing it. This is a suet basket. This is something you hang outside with the stuff called suet in it that is for birds to eat. It is made out of fat and seeds, and the fat is really good for them and they love to eat out of it. But this is an extra one that we have around our house, so I thought that I would use that. It opens up like this and you can put the materials inside. Here are the materials. This is stuff that I found around my house. I just went for a walk around my house and found all these things. I've got moss that I pulled off of rocks and some branches, and same with lichen. I also have little twigs and branches. I even have some strips of bark. This is pieces of twine that I've pulled apart. We've got some dead leaves, and we've got some dry grass. This is plant fluff. These are dandelion puffs, but there are other plants like cottontails, or cottonwood trees, and cattails, that's what they're called, that create this plant fluff that you can use to put in there, that the birds, especially the hummingbirds, really like the plant fluff. Also, you can use feathers. If you have feathers from a down pillow, that is something that you can use. They like to line their nests with the soft materials for their eggs. Also, if you have pet hair, if you comb your cat or your dog and you have some pet hair left over, that is also something that they really love to use. This is pieces of bark that has kind of been outside for a while and it's started to fall apart, and it's made these really wonderful fibers that the birds will love to put in their nest. So basically all you do is you go for a walk around your yard, you see what you have. Any of these things will work. Also the pet hair and other kinds of plant fluff. Any kinds of like yard waste, you want natural materials, no synthetic things, nothing that the birds would normally not find in their outdoor environment. So all you need to do then is, with this one, I kind of just shoved things in. First I shoved in a layer of moss, and then I shoved in some of the fibers and some of the plant fluff and some lichen, and some sticks are in there. This one, since I have a basket that opens, I can just put it in there, and you want to kind of pack it in tight. The birds are going to land on this and they're going to pull apart the what they need and go to their nest and take what they need for their individual nests. And this is a way to help birds make their nests, which is what they're doing right now this time of year, because they're going to be having their babies soon. This is also a way for you to get birds into your yard, or maybe into your backyard or your front yard, so you can watch them come up and grab these things for their nest, and you know that they're going to be flying away and going to make their nest. All of these things are good because different birds use different things for their nests, so these will be so perfect for all of them. And let's see, maybe a little bit of bark. That's not going to come through very easily. We need some smaller pieces. Stuff that in there so that it kind of all holds together. More of this stuff. I've seen lots of birds carrying off grass to their nests that I never see in my trees, but I know that they're there because they come back and they get food from my feeder all the time. So then for this one, I guess you would just close it, hang it around somewhere outside, and hopefully you will see a bird perching on this and pulling out some fun materials for their nest. And that's it, you guys. Have fun walking around your yard, finding different things for this. Make it your own. You could make one that's just completely moss. You could pull apart the twine pieces, make your own. You can make it completely out of dry grass. It's up to you guys. It was really fun walking around my yard and finding all these different materials. That's it. That is what we did in green class today.